Welcome back to the Coronavirus and Kansas Small Business Survival video series. Today we have the privilege of being joined by Kay Meisel, who is the co-founder and business administrator of Leeway Franks and Butcher Shop. Kay, how are you?
I'm okay. Thanks for having me, Matt. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks again for joining me. Really interested to see. Obviously, I've been following you guys on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook, seeing how you're all doing. But happy to spend 5 minutes or so with you today to kind of take a deeper dive and maybe we can learn something from your experiences as well. So, could you please explain to our audience kind of what your business is under normal circumstances?
Sure. So Leeway Franks, which we opened in 2015, is a small eatery in Lawrence in the Hillcrest Shopping Center at 9th and Iowa. And we are typically a counter service, eat-in kind of restaurant with comfort food. We do sausages, burgers, patty melts. We usually have a soup special, those sorts of things. And then the butcher shop we opened in 2018, and we carry locally raised, pasture raised meats. So pork, beef, chickens, eggs. We typically have lamb or goat coming in as well. So that's Leeway Franks and Leeway Butcher.
So, just for context, in case folks are watching this a few days afterwards, we're about 2 weeks after a national emergency was declared here, and then locally in Douglas County, we are. This is now the second business day that only essential business is to be conducted with a stay-at-home order issued for the first round here for a month. It remains to be seen if that'll be extended. Obviously, as basically the country's in the same situation. So how has the crisis affected business for you all in the last 2 weeks or so?
When we first heard about the coronavirus being here, we immediately removed all of our self-serve items from the dining room. And then when it became apparent that we needed to take further steps, we closed down our dining room entirely. And we had shifted to a carry-out, curbside pickup and delivery model as soon as we could, which happened very quickly. And we're doing that for both the restaurant and for the butcher shop. So people currently can call in to place orders. We are working on an online platform that we hope to deploy within the next week or so.
Great, great. What has your decision making been like as you navigate whether your service is considered essential, and what authorities are you seeking guidance from in that area?
Well, people need to eat, first of all. Most people and households aren't used to cooking their own meals for themselves and their families all day, every day. And so we knew pretty early on that there would still be a need for what we do on the restaurant side in a carry-out and delivery capacity, especially considering that we have pretty classic comfort foods and knowing that people are probably wanting that kind of comfort right now. That's something that we can offer. As far as the butcher shop goes, we have seen people responding well to the idea of being able to order meat bundles. So we will put together a bundle based on what your family is needing, how many people you have to feed. We try to get a week's worth of meat in there, and you can either pick it up curbside, we'll have it ready to go and just bring it to you, or we can drop it off at your house and we can do no contact for deliveries, both for the restaurant and the butcher shop.
Okay, and I believe I saw a photo from Sarah Schmidt, and I'll show that right here, taking a look at what the meat bundles actually look like, because I believe Sarah shared one of those on Instagram if I remember correctly.
She did, yes. And that's really a good example of what we can do for you. She had a variety of meats, burger patties, chicken wings, those sorts of things. We've got eggs. And these things come in from our local farmers. So we are very, very local, hyper local, and we're super clean. So as far as who we're seeking guidance from, the CDC, first of all, the health departments, both Kansas and Douglas County health departments. The National Restaurant Association has some really good resources as well that they've been sharing for members and non-members alike. It doesn't appear that this is able to be transmitted by food, but we have upped our cleaning procedures. So we've always been very, very clean in the restaurant and the butcher shop. And if you've ever been in, you've probably noticed that. But we started double disinfecting all of our surfaces between every use. So using both bleach and quaternary solution on everything. We've always been good hand washers. We continue to be good hand washers, using nitrile gloves whenever we touch anything and then disposing of them. So we're doing everything we can to keep both the community and our crew safe.
And Kay, I know you just mentioned some of the authorities who you are seeking guidance from, including some local officials. And I just wanted to mention, in case viewers didn't know, that Lawrence and Douglas County health officials just held a media briefing 2 days ago, and it was about 37 minutes long, and it's up on YouTube. I will share their link as part of this YouTube playlist following this video, and I'll also share the link below in the YouTube summary of this video so that everyone can watch that in its entirety. I would strongly encourage that everyone does that. It's only 37 minutes long. It's an all-star team of our local government and health officials, and they were very clear about what everyone's role will be during this crisis, and it's worth watching. How would you describe the support from your customers, from the community at this moment?
We saw an initial outpouring of support, and we hope that that keeps up, not just for us, but for all of the other small businesses that are being impacted. A lot of us don't have 4 months cash reserves just sitting there. We want to be able to keep our team employed, fully employed, for as long as possible. And in order to do that, we need people to continue to order. Gift cards are great. You can use those later on. There are a lot of businesses that aren't able to operate at all. Bars, retail stores, salons, manicurists, all of those people really need your help too. So if we as a community can continue to support our small businesses, we'll all be better off once this is done.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with that more. What if any changes that your business has made here during this crisis that you are learning may become kind of part of the long-term game plan?
Delivery was something that we never really wanted to implement with Leeway, but we're in a position now where we simply had to. And fortunately, we have crew members who have experience doing delivery. And so we've been able to navigate that change with some of their expertise. And I imagine that unless the demand drops way off after this is all over, that delivery will continue, especially since we'll have an online ordering platform in place.
So fair to say tater tot sales are up, hopefully?
Well, we're still keeping people working. And that's really the goal, is to keep our bills paid and to keep our staff working.
So you haven't had to lay anyone off at this moment? That's a great credit to the business and to what you're doing.
Yeah, we haven't had to lay anyone off. We're hoping to keep everyone employed for as long as we can. And for those who were working part-time for us and were laid off from their other jobs, we would love to have the kind of demand where we could give them more hours so that they are able to continue to pay their bills.
Absolutely. Well, Kay, thank you so much for what you're doing. Thank you for your time today. Anything that you wanted to mention that I didn't guide with questions today?
I really appreciate the chance to share what we're doing and, support your local businesses, please.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Have a great day. Good luck to you and Lee. Tell him I say hello, and best of luck to you all during this journey. Stay safe.
Great. Thanks. You too. Bye-bye, Matt.
Thank you. Have a great day.